Alright, so yesterday I got all these from Oldsmar Flea Market today, which I got me some DVDs, some PlayStation 2 games, some other games, such as a Famicom and Nintendo 64 game, and a CD as well. And I haven't been to Oldsmar Flea Market since 2014, and when I came here with my uncle and my sister and her boyfriend, that flea market changed a lot since last time I came here back 2014. But that one game store there is still there, which that's pretty cool to see. So anyway, I'm going to show you what I got today. First off, the DVDs. So here's Nia Under 7, which I've never heard of this anime before until yesterday, but it looks pretty cool. So here's the disc. Here's Blade of the Immortal, which is another movie I never heard of before. Also, it's a Takashi Miike movie, which Takashi Miike is a pretty cool film director. So here's the discs. Here's Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, which I never seen this movie before. And I never played Final Fantasy VII before, but I had played the Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy X-2, which they're pretty good. And I played Final Fantasy VIII. But yeah, I played a few Final Fantasy games. But I've heard Final Fantasy VII is pretty good. So here's the discs and the PSP promo. Here's Hong Kong Godfather, which I never heard of this movie before until now. And from the looks of it, it looks like a pretty crazy movie. I mean, I like a lot of Chinese mafia films, such as Triad Election. That's a pretty good one. So here's the disc. Here's Blood the Last Vampire, which I didn't realize this had a live action movie until now. But it looks pretty good. So here's the disc. Here's Juice, which I already have this on VHS. Which, as you can see, I have it right here on top of Ghost World. And now I have it on DVD. It's actually one of the best movies that Tupac Shakur was in. Definitely check it out if you haven't yet. It's a really good film. So here's the disc. Although this one's the 2000 release. There's the 2017 release, which I think that's common to find. But it's actually pretty cool. I got to find the earlier version of the DVD. Now on to the PlayStation 2 games. Here's Bombastic Dick, or Psy Go, which is part of the Psy series. Although, I've never played this one before, but it looks like it's one of those games I've been wanting, because it looks pretty cool. Oh. So, here's the disc and the manual. Here's Siphon Filter Omega Strain, which I only played the first two Siphon Filter games. Although I remember my cousins used to have the second game on PlayStation 1 when they were little kids. But I didn't realize it had a PlayStation 2 games. It had PlayStation 2 games until a few years ago. I've heard this one's supposed to be the black sheep of the series. I guess because you can't play the two main characters on there. But it actually looks pretty good by the gameplay, since I like the Siphon Filter games, especially the first two. So here's the disc and the manual. Here's Tokyo Extreme Racer Zero, which I already have one Tokyo Extreme Racer game, which is I'll go check. Yeah, Tokyo Extreme Racer Drift, right here. I got that one back 2015. It's a pretty decent racing game. But I've heard this racing game is really good. So here's the disc and the manual. And now on to the Famicom and Nintendo 64 game and the CD. Here's Twinbee 3, Poco Poco da Mao, which I played the first Twinbee game and the second one, which was Stinger. And when I got this game, it actually still has this sticker right here, which is the thank you paid, which I've never seen this before. I've never seen this in person before until now. And yes, I actually kept it because it looks like a pretty cool sticker. And it also came with a price sticker too. See, it says 2,178 yen. That's pretty cool. Although the person who got this is pretty lucky because he went to Japan. But yeah, I actually got this for $30, which that's actually pretty cool. And here's Revolt, which I'd never played this game before, but I've heard it's really good. Although I've first seen it advertised on the PlayStation 1 game of South Park, on the inside cover of the CD case. I see its logo advertised on it. And I realize it's a racing game. It's like an RC car game. Which it looks like a pretty cool racing game by the gameplay. I mean, it's pretty creative how they use like RC cars as like the race cars. But it looks pretty cool by the gameplay. And here's Doll by Keiko Matsui. Although her music is actually pretty cool. So I just had to pick this one up. I already have for One Greatest Hits album on CD. Which I first heard for music a few years ago. Which I was listening to it on Watercolors on Sirius XM. And her music sounds pretty cool. So here's the disc. And last but not least, I have Ted Ursa, this plushed off Ted Ursa. And I actually got this for $10 too, which it's actually a pretty cool plush doll. And of course I had to pick it up because, you know, I love me some Ted Ursa. As you can see, I have the figure right here. And another figure right here. So yeah, that's just shows that I actually love that character, Ted Ursa. One of my favorite Pokemons of all time. And that's all of my pickups. Well, just want to show you what I got from Oldsmar Flea Market yesterday. So, that's all from right now, and thanks for watching. I'm going to show you my pickups one more time.